Welcome, Golden Empress Collection here, and it is time for your August reading. So let's take a look at these cards and see what they want to let you know. I have done a pre-card shuffle, and there's a lot of karma going on. Your reading is actually being done on the full moon in Aquarius, and they're telling you about the month of August so that you can make decisions that lead you down the right path, okay, towards your new opportunities. So you might be dealing with something that is getting ready to end. You might have to do some sort of traveling here. There could be a foundation, something that you thought was the way that it was supposed to be, and now you're receiving new communication that someone wants to change this particular structure. I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing for you, but I do see that you're not comfortable with the fact that someone else wants to take charge or call the shots, especially if you're the one who originally invested in whatever this opportunity is in the first place. You've done quite a bit to make sure that this energy or this project or this relationship or this opportunity goes well for you. And so for out of nowhere, for this Capricorn energy just to kind of come up and to question what it is that you've been doing or question your reputation, you feel like that is an abuse of power. Yeah, very much so. Here's the other thing. You have really been trying not to get into some sort of conflict with someone else, but this particular person, they are just bringing it out of you. They are. And it's almost as if, you know, Gemini, you could be saying to yourself, why? You know, why is it that you want to come for me? You don't necessarily need to come for me. Somebody says, I just want whatever this was to stop because I know that whatever it was that was invested in was wrong. There's a lot of gaslighting that's going on right here in the middle. And somebody wants the situation to heal now. It has possibly adversely, like, bounce back in some way, shape, or form, affected someone's money here, someone's true stability. Somebody's putting an end to the mental conflict as well that someone keeps bringing in with them. Someone could have gone somewhere and witnessed something and, oh, it was not good. Gemini, I feel like you put your 2 cents into whatever this is and you told somebody where they could shove it. Yes, Emperor energy here. What I'm picking up on is an energy of where there was someone here that had a masculine. And I do say had a masculine because this masculine was out here sharing, dipping and diving into other people's pools. I'm just going to, leave it at that. So I don't know if they're just going swimming with these people or if they are literally like, engaged. Some of you all, they might be engaged to somebody else and trying to holler at you. That could be something else. And that really, says a lot about someone who says that they're in a relationship. No, they're not. They're out here acting single, right? So be very, very careful. Somebody's thinking about the past and why something happened the way that it did. With someone else. I'm hearing the phrase of with someone else, but trying to date another. And it was all because of desire. This all happened because of desire, Gemini. And I don't know why, but I feel like if I called you Scorpio at the beginning of the reading, it's because of obsession. Okay, that's the overall energy here. There is someone who is angry. There's someone who wants to fight. There is a masculine here. Could be a Sagittarius, could be an Aries, could be a Capricorn. You also have a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. A lot going on in this. Somebody's trying to take control of something. Someone's being strong-armed in a particular type of way. Yes. Someone's being strong-armed into doing something. I feel like there was some sort of choice. There was look, you have the divine masculine and the divine feminine here trying to wreak havoc and bring control over whatever this is. Gemini. Somebody is upset. Again, if someone was going to be gaslighting them and trying to tell them that this was a relationship that they were in, the truth has finally come out. Somebody is saying, okay, well, if you can have other people that you want to try to hide or that you're only using for sex, well, I have a completely different option over here. Okay. Gemini, I have a feeling that there could be some sort of very unwise investment headed your way. And I want you to make sure you vet whoever that person is very, very thoroughly before you let them into any of your financial affairs or any of your business. Wish fulfillment here. Nine of Cups. This person might seem like a dream, but someone is, I don't know, someone is giving a warning here, trying to say, make sure you know who this particular person is. I also know that if someone has chosen to go with a relationship against better advice, someone possibly has egg on their face because they interrupted or interjected into something that had nothing to do with them. Okay. I know that it's something about it being a man's place, just what I'm hearing. Okay. Something about it being a man's place. And if this conflict is something that is continuing, then they are manipulating their empress. They are manipulating somebody either for their money, and they're trying to tell them that, I'm hearing like an old Southern phrase. It's a gaslighting phrase is what I'm hearing. I don't know what they're telling you. Yeah. But whatever it is, they're trying to make this empress responsible for the drama. It's integrity. This is all about integrity. And whether or not somebody chooses to allow someone to create problems and conflict for them. You have the Queen of Swords. Someone is up against a really tough battle here, Gemini. Okay, I believe it's you. You have to take the appropriate steps when dealing with certain situations. There's too many different opinions here. That's the other problem. So Gemini, you, with this air energy here, there's a couple here. There could be someone that has pinned someone against someone else, deliberately causing this conflict. I also know that somebody chose to leave the person that they were technically supposed to be with. They didn't listen to their higher calling. They didn't listen to their ancestors telling them that they were already on the path they needed to be on. And Gemini, that's going to hurt a lot worse. Yep, and they did it for sex. It's going to hurt a lot worse when somebody finds out that sex was involved, because they weren't supposed to be on this cycle and they kept doing it. Someone kept doing something here, and this Empress is having to take the karma, is what it feels like. This Empress says, well, I want to be in this relationship, but I need to know the truth. And so now this Empress is aspiring or conspiring, right? Now this Empress is spying. There's something here where someone has gotten to someone, depending on what type of, what it is that you do for work. There's laws have been broken here. I do know that. And so there's an energy of, oh, okay, well, you wanted to gaslight me. So since you're breaking laws and you wanted to gaslight me, I'm going to show you what it feels like to create some sort of mental conflict, mental burden on you for trying to, hem me up with my money, or completely just tell me that everything was my fault. That's what it feels like here. And, it's a shame, because really you should be able to, Gemini, be able to step into something that's powerful, because you definitely have this dynamic here of where you're going to continue dealing with this particular person, right? And I don't know why you have the power struggle that you do with one another, because it's petty and it's immature and it's blocking you and it's toxic, right? You are going to go through some sort of transition and phase. This person does not want you to succeed. And if they can talk over you, talk you down, talk you out of a position of power, then they will. See, and I saw it come out, but it landed right back on top. You have the Judgment card here. This person is sad without you. Okay. And if you chose to ghost this particular person, you did it for a reason. You did it because you knew that your archangels were watching over you and wanted you to be invested in something that was healthy. Right? Something that didn't make you feel like you were constantly holding on to these abusive emotions. I don't know. Somebody tried to control someone sexually here. That's another thing too. And if somebody tried to control someone sexually here, then they are receiving some sort of judgment for that dark energy. Okay. They might be having some sort of conflicts when it comes to the finances. You now have multiple pairs here. This is your twin flame, your soulmate. And when you mirror each other, you do. So when one is acting as an emperor, trying to keep the situation calm, the other one says, yeah, I get it, but there's something else that you're not telling me. It's like this empress gets triggered. See what I mean? And it's every time that the masculine tries to come with some sort of rational explanation of why something happened the way that it did, this divine feminine is so triggered that they start lashing out. Okay, Gemini? And I'm not sure if the lashing out is ever going to stop. I know that the inconsistency is coming from the divine feminine, though. I do see that. I see that there's been several attempts here for the emperor to try to gain control, maybe take someone on a trip, say, hey, let's start all over again. Let's try to do it this way. You know, they want to be cordial, but what they're finding out is that this divine feminine likes the guilt that they put people through, or possibly likes to guilt trip people. I feel like this masculine energy is sitting back and making a choice about whether or not it's actually worth it to keep investing. Okay, they do consider someone family here, but I think marriage is on the table. You cannot make that up. Marriage is on the table, and right now, while that is their wish fulfillment, this Aquarian energy is really confusing somebody as to whether or not they need to end it. Okay, so Gemini, I want you to think very, very carefully. If you know that there's some sort of delay, it's because there is a divine reason why two people are supposed to be together. If you feel as if something has been taken from you, you can ask spirit to give it back to you in the form of, you know, allowing truth to come forward. This is the true conversation between individuals here and about why something has gone the way that it's gone. This, I'm telling you, there's an empress here who cut something off. And that's another thing. I don't know how you are involved with this. This might be you, but there's an empress here who cut something off because of the games, again, that were being played. So it kind of goes both ways. I think that the masculine and the feminine are both, you know, really in each other's space. They're trying to gain control over, you know, the other party. See what I mean? There's a lot of sexual innuendos. There's a lot of sex games that are happening here. There's just too much. It's almost too much in a way. I want to make sure that this Empress is going to be safe. Okay, it's interesting this deck came out. Page of Cups. I see that this Emperor wants to do some sort of an apology. They are going to be coming forward, but this Empress has a secret that she's keeping. Yeah, and it's going to be right in the middle of everything. It's where it's going to be coming out about this Six of Pentacles. That's what I'm hearing. Yep, the Three of Swords. Somebody knows that someone has traveled, possibly had sex with a competitor, or someone that has been around for a while, that someone's been texting back and forth, holding on to this person from their past. Might be someone younger here. This Empress already knows, I promise you. I told you, she knows. This Two of Cups is almost in the reverse. But whatever this is, this masculine and this feminine are getting ready to come together to have a conversation, Gemini, about whether or not someone is willing to work it out, or whether or not you are going to be letting go of this relationship and severing all ties because of the burden that's being carried. You know, here's the thing. If you all are going to be together, why would you have two separate households is what I just heard. That is some old F-boy stuff. This is, no. Some of you all are having a conversation with the Sagittarius as well about why someone is the way that it is and how someone is the truth. Someone is that truth. And someone is going to be protecting whatever this is. I think this is the energy of the lion and the lamb as you move through August. Please note that you will be having a moon in Sag around the 24th. Definitely going to be affecting you. Okay, Gemini? The new moon is actually in Virgo, Leo, Virgo energy on the 16th. So that makes quite a bit of sense here. There's going to be a lot of truth coming out about how you really feel. If it's a burden to you to try to reconcile with somebody again, it's only because of all of the gaslighting that this person has put you through. I want you to be aware of any sort of, it's like a quirky type of energy that's right here. Beware of any sort of quirkiness. Friendly conversations will get you far is what I just picked up on as well. So with that being said, if I haven't thanked you guys already, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Your randoms can be found in the playlist. Friday Night Love Tarot is your weekly. And don't forget to check us out over on the Etsy web shop, where you can find those spiritual supplies that you may need for you or your household or as a gift. I'll see you guys around. This is for you. Peace and elbow grease.